Dear traders, this is Albert with Trading Diary, and I would like to welcome you to the review for the 11th week of 2025. And as you know and as you experienced, the market has been pulling back over the last couple of weeks. It's dropping and it now is below, just verifying, it is below the 200 EMA. So let's see where it goes. I had a couple of really nice trades, though, although I said in last week's video that I would not take any trades as long as the 10 EMA was facing downwards. Well, it's super hard to sit on my hands, apparently, and I did get into a couple of positions which are working out really nicely. So I'm super happy with the results. And I think I have to work a bit on my patience, because it could also have been 3 or 4 losses, right? Unnecessary losses. So I think perhaps I have to stick to my rules, but I didn't again, but I made profit. So let's see. And I took only a couple of positions and not a lot. So I don't know. We can discuss this, but I guess another time. The other thing is that since the market was dropping, I was studying Tesla again, and I will take another video and show you how I study old stocks or old setups. Okay, so but for now, let's go over the market first, then the positions, and then the 3 or 4 stocks that I opened positions in. So here we are. So we can see here the SPY. It has dropped from up here. If you look here, it's about 10%. And now it is below the 200 EMA, which is here, this purple line. So let's see what it does. I also had a look on the weekly just to see where there might be support. So this could be a support area here, but we broke it, but it's just around it. So I don't know, not sure. This could be another potential support area here. And then down here. So there's still some room, in my opinion. But let's see. Here the VIX was super high here, which is the volatility index showing volatility in the markets. Super high, now pulling slightly back. It was just selling off. So let's see where it goes in the next couple of weeks. The positions that I opened here is ARMN, GDXU, ORLA, QBTS, SKBL is an old position, and also XPEV is an old position that has been pulling back quite a bit over the last couple of days. ARMN had this massive gap up here and then this massive move on Thursday, and I was late to the open, but I saw it. I think I found it on Finviz. And then I saw that it was building out this really nice high tide flag here above VWAP and pulling back to the 10 EMA. So I had my buy order in here to buy 200 shares with a stop just below here. So even less than my $50 of risk. And it was up quite nicely pre-market here, but it pulled back then today and it closed around where it opened. So let's see what it does on Monday. If it's going to go below here, the low of the day today, I'm going to cut it. I mean, I'm not really green on it. I was at some point up $50, which would be in 1-to-1. GDXU is another one. Really nice stock here. So I saw this one on Thursday and I saw it running. I was too late for the opening range break because I had bought another stock during the opening range 5 minutes. So I bought another one, and I was watching this one on the sidelines, and I saw this massive volume coming in here. So here too, we can see a really big volume. So I was waiting for the stock to pull back, and as it pulled back here to VWAP and to the 10 EMA, this is where I bought it, here right at the breakout, first green candle to make a new high, and the stock has been moving up ever since I bought it. So up 3 times my risk. Really nice. A really nice performance here on GDXU. On the weekly, we can see here. So on the daily, what made me buy it was this cup and handle this cup and handle formation here. So here the cup, here the handle, or flat top breakout here. And also on the weekly, for me, this is a cup and handle formation as I interpret it. And here is the breakout then out of the handle formation on higher than average volume. This is one of the things that I'm considering. And also the RSI now, Mark Minervini is also looking for the RSI. So I put in the RSI here, and the RSI is 62, which is not that high, but as we can see, it's going upwards. So let's see what it does. Another one that I bought on Thursday is ORLA. So I saw this stock and I bought it for the opening range, 5 minutes opening range. I saw that massive volume was coming in here. I saw that the RSI is already high, so it was about 70 at the time. And I saw it here on the weekly, right here. We can see this step formation, flat top building here and then breakout. And this is what I was waiting for, my indicator. This for me here is like a really light cup and handle pattern here in the cup part, building higher lows all the times. Small handle here. I mean, I missed it on this day here, actually. On Wednesday, I guess, is it? Yeah, it should be on Wednesday. I missed it here for the breakout, which is quite a pity. This would have been the better entry here, down here, as it made a new high, and then ride it all the way up. I mean, this would have been a 15% move in 3 days. Really nice. But I missed it because I was working late. So missed it here. Then I saw it. I was observing it on this day here, but I didn't get in as it was not really moving a lot. And then there it was on my screener. It was on my watch list, and I got in as it showed strength. So this one is, I'm super happy with this one. QBTS, really nice performance here. So QBTS, I've been already in QBTS a couple of times up here. Then I lost a bunch of money here for all the breakouts. I got in here, I lost money. Here I lost money. I got out break even. Here I lost money, or I got out break even. And now it worked finally, you know. So it had earnings and it moved here on this day on bigger volume. The RSI is really high, 72 here, 58 here as on the day I got in. And I saw it here. I tried to buy it for the opening range, but I missed it slightly. So the moment I type in my order, it pushed through and it went above the price. So I had to readjust and I got in a little bit higher than I would like to have, but that's all right. And as you can see now, I'm always drawing these lines, these red lines. This is my entry price, and I see it also on the daily and I see it on the weekly. Really nice here on the monthly. So really nice, this line. So it shows me straight away where I am and where I got in. So here we had a performance here, 50% in 2 days. Can't complain, can I? here also, as I said, this looks for me like really this Mark Minervini volatility contraction pattern. So price movement is going down, volume is drying up here on every pullback. Volume is getting lower and lower as we compare this volume here with this volume here, really getting lower and lower and lower. And then it had this breakout here on massive volume, 1.8 times about the relative volume, and I got in. And here on the weekly too, so we've got this really massive push here on the weekly from down here to up here, which is about 1,000%. Then slight pullback, riding here the 10 EMA and pulling back, riding the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA. And then we had this breakout here on massive volume upon earnings. And we can see here the last earnings were all about the same. So what I would want now is like to get the sales numbers and stuff like this, but I don't know enough yet. So still loads of things to learn. Like sales, how would I integrate sales numbers into these breakouts in order to select for even better breakouts, right? So it's all about minimizing the downside and maximizing the upside. So these are the 4 stocks I got in this week, all on Thursday, which seemed to be a really strong day. When we have a look here, Thursday, it bottomed out kind of, although it opened higher and then closed lower. But it seems that still a couple of stocks broke out. And here on Friday today, we had this day push to the upside. So let's see what it does. SKBL, this is not really performing, this stock. So I've got a 3-1 now. Although I've been nearly touching my stops here twice, here and here. Should have got out, I guess, here, but I wanted to give it a try. Worked out so far, but it's not really performing. So I got in here on SKBL as it had this flat top breakout here on this day on a gap up. Volume is not in here yet because I think it's just too low. There's not enough volume, so we can see here 1.6 million today, 1.6 million shares today. ADR is 13% though, so I think this is why it's interesting. And on the weekly from down here, so from this pullback here, if you consider this as a breakout up to here, it's 58% in a couple of days, like 3 weeks or something like this. Really interesting. Would be 20% a week. Really nice numbers. So I guess this is why I got in. It had this strong push. It's a recent IPO, so it's got massive potential, but it's not performing at the moment. So, and the last one, XPEV. So here touching the 10 EMA, but not yet closing below. And also here, so it dipped down below the 10 EMA, but then it's closed strong. So we can see that the stock has this kind of choppy behavior, always moving in gaps. Although here on the weekly, we can see kind of exponential movement forming. So I think this one has got more potential. Although we are up now at the moment 70% and we were 95%. So it was really nice winner up here, but you never know when it is at the top. So this is why I will keep it until it closes below the 10 EMA. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This was my review. I could not sit on my hands. I had to get into a couple of stocks that were moving, strong signs. So I got in. I think this is sometimes also some kind of a feeling that comes with the hours, with the experience, right? And I'm getting it more and more, I feel like, that sometimes you just have to jump in. And so this week it was worth it. Sometimes it might not, but I did it. I also have to work on it, I have to admit, but so far it's all right. So, and I'm also happy for the studying hours, because I could learn and I could review a couple of old setups. This is super important. And I just listened to another podcast where the trader, super successful, was mentioning that these studying hours were super important. So just to get this pattern recognition, memory going, and to keep in touch, right? To have this, to develop this feeling and the different forms of the pattern that can express themselves in the charts. So anyways, I hope this was a really helpful video to watch, and I wish you all a very successful trading week ahead. Take care, trade safely. This is Albert with Trading Diary. I'm signing off. Trade safely and goodbye.